Happy 35th anniversary to the Steven Seagal film Marked for Death, which to me is one heck of an underrated action film. I didn't know about this movie until it premiered on HBO. I saw the promo for it. I think they were copying, showing stuff that was from it for the trailer, because that's how I learned about that. In Hard to Kill, in Above the Law, he got tough. In Hard to Kill, he got even. Now he's been marked for death. Oh goodness! I remember the red. I remember the silhouette in the HBO promo. But when I finally bought the movie on DVD in the was it the early or it was the early 2000s. Yeah, I actually waited that long to finally own it because we had to record it off HBO. I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, my memory was correct. Man, the silhouettes in that trailer are so good. I wish a lot of scenes in that film had that silhouette with all that red when he was doing all those action sequences. But when I first saw that film, this was the first time I ever saw a guy get his eyes gouged in with the two thumbs and a backbreaker as well. Oh man, did this movie freak me out when I first saw that. Well, just that one scene though. Okay. Marked for Death is a story about John Hatcher, who goes on an undercover mission that goes sour. It opens up with them chasing this guy, played by Machete himself, Danny, who gets gagged with some used underwear. And they go there, only to find out that this other guy is aware of what's going on. They do the old half now, half later, for that, which is a cliche I've seen so many times. And, of course, when they find out that Danny already let them know, and they basically, one of them gets mad, shoots the guy that they were talking to. They surround them, but of course, whenever they want to know where the rest of the money is, they said there is none. But when the guy goes, there has to be more, he does the old breaks free, twists around, twists this, takes the knife, slash there, cuts that guy's hand off, and his partner ends up defeating the guys that are holding his prisoner, and they get out of there. It's cool. They go in this hallway, they check around, they open up a door, see this beautiful lady. Chico basically turns and says nothing, but she pulls out a gun and shoots him, and then Hatcher just unloads. When he shoots the wall, he shoots the door, he gets the woman. He escapes with Chico. I think he gets his body. I just watched it too, and I just forgot if he got his body or not. He goes and sees a priest. He confesses everything that he's done. The priest tells him to go to his family and leave this life behind. Then he retires. His boss is not happy with this. He tells him to just take a leave of absence with pay, 2 months if he has to, but he says no. He goes home. He goes to his sister. He sees his niece. He meets the rest of the family. And then he goes to his old room, which I'm guessing is his, because it's got all his stuff in there, pictures and everything. It's a pretty good scene. It's got the music that plays to it. He sees this old-fashioned gun where you put the barrel between here and just squeeze your hand. It's not working properly, but he gets the old tools out and gets to work and gets it working. That gun is never used, so yeah, you think that's going to be a setup and payoff, but it's not. After that, we see this mob guy go and meet with the posse leader, the Screwface, the film's main villain, who is a really sinister character. He is evil, and man, does he know how to show it. He's played by an actor named Basil Wallace. I'm hoping I said his name correctly, and he does a great job playing the main villain. But of course, they let us know in advance that there's a twist with him, and when the mob guy hears a voice behind him, he turns and there's Screwface over there. But we already know now, he's just got a twin brother, so obviously that's going to be used. Used later on. Okay, the Screwface wants to control the drugs and everything. He wants 80%, and gives this guy only 20%. This guy goes and sees this voodoo witch, who's going to put a curse on Screwface, but the only thing her curse does is just make him wake up in fear a bit, but that's really about it. So her curse was, a waste of time, because later on, Screwface kills her, which, yeah, nice freaking curse, lady. Okay, John gets reunited with his old friend Max. Max is telling him what's going on about how the drug dealers are selling all this stuff, and he says that his nephew died. And but then they go to this bar where those mob guys are, but that's when the Jamaicans show up, the posse. They kill a number of the mob guys. One of the mob guys is hurt. Hatcher shows up, saves the guy, knocks the guy out, and then knocks the posse member out. But then now he's been marked for death. Okay, we didn't meet Jimmy Fingers, who basically is the guy who's supplying the posse with weapons, because after he got kicked out of the mob, he's now selling to the Jamaicans. And basically Screwface then lets them along that no one is to cross them and live. So they do a drive-by on Hatcher's sister's house. They miss Hatcher, they miss his sister, but they get his niece. And then we see probably what to me is the worst scene in the movie, when it's in slow motion of the sister holding her daughter. Going, they hurt my baby. It's that bad. It's in the hospital. Her doctor is the psychiatrist from the Terminator franchise, so she is in good hands. Oh man, that guy is always a doctor, even on television. Okay. Oh god. Okay. Hatcher goes and finds Jimmy Fingers. He confronts him. He kicks the two ladies that are out. This posse member shows up, but Hatcher gets him down. Jimmy brags that, I'm Jimmy Fingers, I'm a married man. You can see him go for a gun, but when he pulls it out, Hatcher already has his out and shoots him right in the head. He goes and meets that posse member, and he tells him, we're going to go drive around so everybody can see us together and everybody can tell Screwface what good buddies we are. The guy ends up jumping out of a window after he tells him to find Screwface himself. And when he goes and meets Max, he goes, well, one thought he was invincible, the other thought he could fly. So, they were both wrong. That's what's set up to be the film's signature joke, because they use it in the trailer a lot. Well, in the promotions. My brother even told me that in advance, so yeah, because he saw this movie before me. He said Mom rented it, but until it premiered on HBO, I never even heard of the movie. Oh boy, okay. Screwface is informed that Hatcher survived and Jimmy Fingers is dead and one of their members has also died. He loses his temper, flips a table, breaks off a leg, hits the guy and tells them that he wants Hatcher dead, and if he can't do it, he's going to do it himself, and then he's going to kill you, the one he's talking to. Okay, what's scene happen next? Hold on. Alright, I'm back. Hatcher goes and sees Dr. Leslie, who is an expert on what's going on. After he talks to her, he calls his sister, asks if the car is still out there watching them, but the guys aren't there. Hatcher then heads over there. Screwface and his number of his men are there. She puts up a resistance in a realistic way, but unfortunately she gets caught. But right when they're about to sacrifice her or just kill her, whatever. Well, they always do it. Strapping them down on something with candles everywhere. It gives it a good look. Hatcher shows up, they flee, and well, then we go to him taking on 3 guys that they're selling. And first they pose as a buyer, but then he pulls the gun out, doesn't put the hand up, but the one who pulls a shotgun out, blasts with it. They duck down when he gets the windshield, and then we get a cool car chase sequence with them driving, shooting at each other. One of them gets on the side of the road, starts hitting the tables for the restaurant for people outside, but they flee in time. Then they play chicken. Hatcher shoots at the windshield. They turn, they keep hitting each other, and then they go flying in a jewelry store. A big shootout happens, but whenever they start running out of ammo, they flee. And then Hatcher takes them on, doing the old flipping all that, throwing and all that stuff, disarming them. One of them takes a knife out, holds a woman hostage, and he goes, I don't know her. And then he just punches the guy and throws the woman out of the way. And when the guy comes in, he does the old twist and stabs him with his own knife. So the other 2 run. They get cornered. One pulls out a knife. One picks up an umbrella. He once again slams them, flips them, does that signature arm break. No, he does it on the guys on the ground like that. That's right. Then he takes the other guy, holds his hand, starts bending it backwards, and he tells him, you F with my family, you die, knocks the guy out. Then Max shows up and knocks out the one with the broken arm. After that, they set a trap up for, Hatcher goes home and sees the mark. He's been marked for death. He shows it to Dr. Leslie, letting them know that they're not going to stop until he's dead. And they set up a trap for Hatcher, where they do like construction and everything, and a dump truck rams his car, and then a tractor drives into it. Screwface shows up with a Molotov cocktail, I hope I said that right, throws it in the back seat when Hatcher's right there in the front seat where he could just throw it where he's at, but he elected to throw it in the back seat. Well, Hatcher's got to live somehow. Hatcher can't get the doors open, so where the claw has smashed the windshield, it's given enough space for him to squeeze out. He gets out, runs, turns, and watches his car explode. Okay. Now it's personal, even more. They recruit Charlie, who is a cop who basically wants them taken down as well. Then they pack up, they get all these guns and all this stuff. They go to Screwface's headquarters in Jamaica. First, they gotta go see this guy, give him some money to get a picture of this woman that Screwface is known to hook up with. Hatcher goes and sees her, and she tells him that he has 2 heads and 4 eyes, which we already means he has a twin brother, because once again we saw him when Screwface got first introduced, so there's no big reveal, because the big reveal is going to be predictable as heck. Then they sneak to his mansion. They get the old sniper rifle, see 3 guards, takes out one, takes out the other, one smoking a cigarette, takes that one out. At least I think it was a cigarette. Okay. They sneak in. Hatcher puts a bomb in, I'm guessing, a tool shed. And then when it shows Hatcher climbing on the, get to the roof, if you see the people all looking in the opposite direction, you're like, you could very easily spot it if you would just turn around, which they don't do. It's that joke, even if it's not meant to be a joke. But as soon as he gets to a certain position, boom goes the tool shed. They scream, people scream, run. The guards are all getting geared up, taking aim, keeping a lookout. One just shoots blindly for some reason. They barricade the main entrance, but Hatcher kicks the door open, goes in there, and we get that cool music that plays during this sequence. It does replay again. Max and Charlie take out the guards on the outside, while Hatcher's got the infrared, it's more like green night vision goggles, I'll just say that, to see where he's going, and they can't see him because apparently the power's out, but eventually he finds the sacrificing room, I guess that's what it's going to be. Only he sees Screwface, but then a guy comes out from behind him and hits him, Hatcher in the back, kicks him, they strap him down, and whenever Screwface is getting ready to kill him with the dagger, John grabs the guy's neck, breaks free from the straps, and then we get that he grabs them all in, twists them, him where they slam into each other. Screwface goes, God! They get up and he starts doing that bam, 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 grabs one by the neck. And then he grabs it. Now he does that arm break where it's over. It's so funny these days when you see that. Screwface pulls out. He has a chain, but he pulls it out, and it's revealed to be a sword as well. He does that. John kicks some sand in his face, and when he quickly recovers, he swings, and Hatcher just moves aside, slams him right between them. He knocks to take Screwface's head right off. They go back. They meet the rest of the posse. They tell him Screwface is dead, and they need to get out of here, because Leslie told him if they get rid of Screwface, that will make it look like that John, not Jack, is more powerful, and that will scare the posse out of the town and the city. They show him his cane. They're not buying it. Charlie lifts up Screwface's head. Now they're freaking out, but as they're leaving, Charlie gets impaled from behind, and then it's Screwface, the brother. Remember, they're twins. but his gang thinks it's magic. I'll admit, whenever I first saw this movie, I missed the scene where Screwface's twin brother got revealed. So whenever I saw that, I thought he was a magician as well. But unfortunately, rewatch, I finally saw the scene with the twin brother. Oh, okay, never mind. I kind of wish he was a sorcerer. That would have made it a lot cooler. But he's not. So they shut the door, put a barricade on it, which is just this little tiny little piece of metal they set down. Max elects to stay behind and hold him off. Well, John, I keep wanting to say Jack for some reason. John goes after Screwface. He's got his brother's cane, but He gets jumped by some of the goons. One of them he knocks down. He grabs him, and while the other one takes aim and shoots, he uses that goon as a bulletproof shield. Drops him. The 3 goons come at him. Where there's a tools out. One comes at him with a hammer. He does the old slam, slam, slam. And then he picks up a sledgehammer. Wham! No, wait, you go boom, boom, wham. And when the guy with the hammer, he like smashes him. One of them pulls out this giant, I don't know what it is, but I guess I'll just say long ice pick. And then Hatcher takes it from him and right there, out, all the way out there. Picks up the can, goes after Screwface. And then one more comes at him and he throws a bad kick. He just catches it and breaks the guy's other leg by the knee. Throws him down, pulls the sword out. And that's when he and Screwface have this really good, it's slow paced, but it still is really good sword fight. First, he gets Screwface right there. He flips him over. He comes down, but misses. Screwface gets up. He knocks John's sword out of his hand. Gets him, knees him, grabs him, slings him into beer, slings him into more beer, hits him on the counter into more beer. Then they struggle, slings him again and more beer, but then John grabs him and throws him up. Screwface picks his sword back up. Jack jumps over the counter, spilling more beer. Well, bottles, actually. I think they're all empty. He does a tumble roll to pick the other sword up. They go, ching, ching, pow, and gets Screwface in the face. And when Screwface goes and throws him over this rail, he flips over, but he gets back up. Sword fight keeps going, but this time they're in an area where there's lights going on, giving a really cool look. They go, he gets Screwface right there. Then he disarms Screwface. Screwface picks up a table, blocks the blow, slams Hatcher a wall, and then he starts smashing his head against the wall and stuff, and then Hatcher grabs his face and gouges his eyes with his thumbs. Screwface screams out, then rams in him, they go right through the wall. Both stand up. Screwface gives one blind, lousy punch. John grabs him, picks him up, breaks his back over his knee. Or should I say the fake-looking dummy's back over his knee, throws the fake dummy into an elevator shaft, and then we watch the fake dummy fall, and then finally impale on a pipe. The last line in the film is John saying, I hope there weren't triplets. Then it shows the posse looking at Screwface, realizing he now is dead. They're all horrified. It ends with John Max leaving with John carrying Charlie's body. Then we get the end credits. Marked for Death is awesome. Marked for Death is awesome. I'm sorry, this is an awesome movie. It's well made, does have good performances, and yes, I will even say Seagal did a great job in this movie. He is the best character, with Screwface being the second best and Max being the third. This is a film that I wish I saw in theaters, but I never saw any promotion. I didn't even know existed until November 1991 when it premiered on HBO. I missed out on a good action movie on the big screen. You know, maybe it will get re-released one of these days. I hope it does, because I would love to see this movie in theaters. Oh, boy. Well, all I can say is to Steven Seagal, your film is awesome. 2 thumbs way up. And your fight between Screwface is number... Be right back. Sorry about that. I wrote it down so I wouldn't have to remember. It's number 4 on my top 10 favorite fights. It only is 3 minutes long, but I love every minute of it. And this is a film that, once again, I will say is totally underrated. If you haven't seen it, check it out. There's a chance you're probably not going to agree with me, but still, I love the movie, and I'm hoping for one day it gets a re-release in theaters. It may not happen, but all I can do is hope. Well, thanks for watching. If you didn't like the video, don't worry about it. And I'll see you next video if you did like it.